Hello, I'm Garrick Milrant, the voice of Millersville Ice Hockey, and it seems like every week I tell you that we really don't like the team we're playing, but today, I mean it. As you know, we won the conference championship last season, but newer viewers may not know that we lost to this Upenn team in the previous 2 seasons in the conference championship. So much of this roster genuinely loathes this Upenn team. So what do they need to do today to exact that little bit of revenge? First, they got to come out flying. This Upenn squad, despite their schedule, has been playing their games pretty close this season, so throwing a couple early knockout punches would be big for Millersville. Next, you got to beat them on the scoreboard. Now, it may sound obvious, but hear me out here for a second. This is a very emotional game for many of the guys. So giving away those emotional penalties like that John Waters cross-check last night is not the way to do it. The best way to give the team having a down season back in the game is giving away those careless emotional penalties. So the Marauders need to keep their head on the shoulders. Don't beat them physically, just beat them on the scoreboard where it counts. Lastly, you got to ride that wave. Last night, the boys picked up a big win at Newman, and they're looking to ride that wave of momentum into this matchup and hopefully pick up a crucial 2 points to the conference standings. Pre-game ceremonies for our military appreciation night will be coming up soon. Stick with us until then. to today's ACHA matchup between the Upenn Quakers and your Millersville Marauders. The starting lineup for Upenn today in goal, number 1, Reagan O'Neill. On defense, number 2, Mark Tarazzi. On defense, number 7, Aiden Armley. On forward, number 11, Jacob Chin. On forward, number 6, Dennis Brown. And finally, on forward, number 91, Chris Bugliosi. And now, the starting lineup for your Millersville Marauders. On forward, number 44, Wes Beaver. On forward, number 22, Zachary Slaba. On forward, number 11, Owen Wilkinson. On defense, number 17, Thor Martin. On defense, number 21, Kai Donegan. And finally, your goaltender for this evening, number 72, Gavin Rusnak. If able, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
I just turn this a little bit so I can see what my screen is.
Dropping the puck tonight is Navy veteran, Petty Officer 3rd Class, Michael Rusnak. Michael served in the U.S. Navy as a nuclear machinist mate from February 1992 to February 1998. He was stationed on board the submarine SSN 720 Pittsburgh and naval cruiser CGN 37 USS South Carolina during his service. Thank you, Michael, and all veterans and attendants for your service. So, Lancaster Ice Rink, let's get ready to rumble! Man, who was that young fella doing the PA announcing there? I thought he did a pretty good job, eh? Well, he gave you all the information you need to start this game. If you're not hyped up yet, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's Millersville, it's Upenn. What more could you want? Puck drop coming up soon. Oh, I have myself up there. I have myself up there. Oh. It'll be Slayball on the opening draw for Millersville. Won by Upenn, though. Taken up by number 2, Mark Tarazzi. Big hit late already. Oh, that's the kind of game this is going to be. Thor does not appreciate that, but he's a big fella. He's right back up on his horse. Millersville working behind the net of Rusnock tonight. Got a large cheering section for Gavin Rusnock tonight. A lot of the family coming out to show their support. Zachary Slayball, quick shot into the Upenn goaltender. Loving the pads on the Upenn tender tonight. Like the old-style retro look. I can turn his back quick. That is number 1, Reagan O'Neill starting. Again, I think he came here last year. Really good pads on him. I really do like that. They challenge you to say something nice about your rival. That's the one thing I'll say. Nice pads. It'll be Slayball and again on the draw for Millersville. Ozone draw won by Upenn. Worked out. Wilkinson chased it down. Bieber is in on the chase. Thor collects the blue line. Thor dumps it down off Bieber's stick and taken away by the Quakers. Upenn working it up. That's the Millersville red line. Upenn on the attack. Bieber chases down, close off the passing run. Out to Wilkinson. Wilkinson, little options, takes it himself off Slayball and collected by Thor Martin. They were even saying last night on the bus, they got to get him some reps on forward. He is everywhere on the ice for a defenseman. Thor will chase it down behind Rusnock's back. Thor checks out. Cross-ice feed, looking for Wilkinson, a little too strong from wherever, and it'll be an icing call on the Marauders. Some scores from around the conference last night. Stockton landed a 2-goal win against the East Quakers last night. Westchester remains perfect as they beat Lehigh 7-4, and Scranton was shellacked 7-1 by St. Bonaventure. But neither of those games count in the conference, however, so they still are 1-2. D-zone draw up coming from Millersville. Anxiously taken, won by the Marauders, and quickly taken out behind Rusnock. It's Martin working out. He has Stromberg on the far side. Finds Stromberg. Stromberg to the red. Gets poke checked by his man. 18-on-18 violence there. Back to Aiden Stromberg. Opportunity cleared away by Reagan O'Neill. Heads up stick play out of the Quakers. Goaltender right in front to Wilkins. Oh my God, O'Connell. O'Connell couldn't get his stick down in time, however. Another stick duel there. Poke check by number 65, Jake Petticone. Was hit in the throat with a puck last night. I was screaming about a puck barely flying over my head. He actually got hit directly in the throat, and he's right back in. Those hockey players are tough, I tell you what. First 2 minutes down, a couple bit of fireworks so far as the Marauders maybe get a breakaway chance here. From the faceoff circle, no good, turned away by our red jersey. Petticone looks to collect out there. Dog has been startled there. He is just as in the game as we are. Glad to see all species are appreciating the festivities today. It's Upenn working it out. As Stromberg heads back to the bench, we got a fresh Marauder on the ice. That's number 8, John Waters. As Upenn gets a full line change off. 17:45 left in our opening frame. Millersville holds tonight's only shot, but it may not be that way for long, but Millersville collects. Works out to Stromberg. Stromberg, double teamed like usual. John Waters' shot turned away by the shin of number 5, Michael Rockoff of Upenn. Quaker takes a big old hit from a man in camo. That's number 25, Alan Ryder, laying the big hit on his man. Ryder's pass is a little too much for Dunnigan. He'll have to chase it down as it's gloved harmlessly by Gavin Rusnock. 17:14 left in our first frame. The Marauders still hold the evening's only shot. And there are 2 other CSCHC matchups later tonight, as Newman will visit Scranton at 7:30, and Drexel will make the long trek up to Seton Hall for an 8:45 drop. Millersville awaits the drop. Won by the Marauders. Kicked out by Rysak. Rysak had a great game last night. Despite not landing on the scoreboard, he was a great defenseman last night against Newman. Another big hit from Ryder. Frees the puck. Dosido around. Slap shot from Andrew Serko! Gets the Marauders on the boards early. 3 minutes in, and a goal for Millersville. Yeah, an amazing personal effort out of Alan Ryder right there. Great forecheck, freeing the puck behind Reagan O'Neill's back. Set his man up perfectly. That's all you can do right there. These guys look out for each other, and they are pretty good at what they do if you haven't seen so far this season. The Marauders on 2 shots, they convert 1. 3 minutes in, they lead 1. Right back to the center circle. It's Carey awaiting the draw. One by Upenn as they try to break through the Marauders' defense. Justin Corelli slaps it out. Marauder dispossessed, but Carey works it out. Corelli in the middle. Carey behind O'Neill's back. Carey takes it himself, works to the middle. Pass, Rysack stick. Rysack sends it in, looking for Corelli back there. Corelli stuck between two Quakers, and Upenn controls possession. Nifty center ice pass, frees a man for Upenn. That's number 16, Toby Berner. Berner alone, pass Rysack. No problem for the junior goaltender. Millersville closing off. It's Jonah Bird stuck in the pile there. Upenn, open shot for the Rustock, off his face and turned away. Gavin Rustock, a heads-up play, if you will. Funny bounce there, and it stays out. Martin takes it in himself. He scored a goal from his favorite spot, way far away last night, but he's threatening down low. It's funny seeing a defenseman come up that far. As Rustock is dispossessed, he pushes over his man. Upenn with a breakaway quickly, but Corelli will close it off. Upenn wins the draw back there as Corelli shoved down to the ice by his man. Ref's going to let it go. Just the little boys having fun. Behind the back pass finds Slaybaugh. Slaybaugh dispossessed quickly by number 18, Kevin Shen. Upenn breaks it out. Shen takes the shot himself off the stick of Rustock and out of play. Well, if you're Coach Schroeder, you're loving what you're seeing out of your guys in the first 4.5 minutes so far. A goal on only 2 shots and great defensive back-checking out of Connor Rysack. That is his specialty. That is what he's done so great for this team this season. He did that greatly last night, and he's looking to continue that momentum into today's game. Shot scan 2-2, but the Marauders have pocketed one. Barely get a play going there as it nearly hits our smartly dressed Nick Latronica in the Marauders bench. He's always coming out. The hair is always looking great, and the suit is on point tonight. A little bit of weight on this draw up coming in the D zone for Millersville. Won quickly by the camo jerseys. Picked up by Millersville, working it down. Tries to find Slaybaugh in the middle, but too high for him. Slaybaugh stays with his man, however. Picked up by Wes Bieber. Bieber and Slaybaugh sticking with it, trying to fight it out of that Upenn corner. Picked up into the middle. Slaybaugh! Slaybaugh turned away by a good poke check out of James Pontonen. Alan Ryder controls. Ryder to the middle. Slaybaugh, slap shot off the wrister of Slaybaugh. Turned away. Millersville controls. Jake Petticone back there. Has his man Bell on the far side. Petticone takes it himself. Gloved out of the air by Reagan O'Neill. Yeah, Petticone had a couple passes there, but no, he decides to take it himself, and he gets a good shot at O'Neill, but quick glove out of the Upenn netminder. Keeps the Marauders off the board. To be off the board even more. Marauders awaiting the draw. O'Connell taken away. And Upenn tries to break it out. Connor Rysack back checking, wins it. Rysack off the boards, tries to find Stromberg, but it comes to O'Connell. O'Connell past the blue line. O'Connell dangles between his man. Goes 5-hole in the red jersey. But Upenn takes it away. Aiden Carey, tied up by his man, finds O'Connell. There's Morgan in the middle, but pass is taken away by James Pontonen. Pontonen and Morgan. Morgan blows a tire. And Pontonen stays with it, but he's dispossessed by a big Marauder. Another bark from the dog over there. He's into it. Johnny Morgan to the middle. Pass quickly taken away by Upenn, but worked out. Finds Morgan again. Morgan takes a big hit from the back, but he's right back on his skates. And Upenn working out from the middle. That's number 91, Chris Bugliosi. Bugliosi muscled off the puck and a whistle. 14:07 left to go in our first stanza. The Marauders leading the shot totals 5-2, and where it matters, they're up 1-0. Well, it's a familiar sight for these Marauders. Johnny Morgan's in timeout for 2 minutes. Sorry, Dad. He's used to it, he says. Kid plays with a fiery passion, but the refs don't appreciate it most of the time. Quick shot from Bugliosi, turned away. Rebound nearly collected by Rustock. Rusnock. Rysack. Back to Bugliosi on the blue line. Bugliosi works to his man on the side. That's number 7, Aiden Armley. Bugliosi shot off the shin of Ryder and turned away. 1:40 left to go on Morgan penalty. Morgan staying with his man. Martin staying with his man. The back ice. Chip shot cross finds Bugliosi. Bugliosi dispossessed quickly by Ryder. Ryder and Dunnigan staying with him. The captain of this Marauders defense, Kai Dunnigan. Bugliosi defers. Back to Armley. They work it back. Dennis Brown can't control it in the corner boards. Still, they're in no rush here. They still have about 1:15 left on the Morgan penalty. Good center ice defense out of Wanshop there. Taken away. It's Wanshop taking it himself. A good defensive play. Works into the Upenn D zone and kills precious time off of the Morgan penalty. It's Henry Katzenberg working it in for Upenn. 53 seconds left to go on the PK. Upenn controls. Back out to Brown. Brown defers to Bugliosi. Calling his name a whole lot tonight. John Waters staying with Bugliosi. Carey and Waters. Waters lays a big hit on the Upenn start. The crowd enjoys that. Quick shot in front of Rusnock. Turned away. The red skate couldn't get to it quick enough. That was Christian Ford. Nearly an open goal on Rusnock, but he couldn't get his stick down. Good clearance by Millersville. Another 20 seconds left to go on the PK for the Marauders. Upenn surveying their surroundings. Working out and find Griffin Bond. Bond's pass intercepted in the middle, but quickly picked up by number 56. That's Tristan Winata. In front of Rusnock. Scrum cleared by the Marauders, and that will kill the Morgan penalty with 12 minutes left to go in our first frame. Johnny Morgan out of the box and into the bench. Good penalty kill early on for the Marauders. They're looking to quickly take advantage of this momentum shift. Jake Petticone, behind the back move. Quick stick out of Jake Petticone. Fruitless, however, as Upenn will clear it. Working it down. It's Griffin Bond chasing it down, but it's picked up by Ben Bell. Bell, off the official, finds Wes Bieber. Bieber looks to find Slaybaugh and Wilkinson, but finds neither. Only a red jersey. It's Upenn controlling. In their own D zone, trying to break it out. They can't. Millersville takes possession. A little too hard on it for Jake Petticone to have to chase it down. Rusnock leaves it for his man. 11:20 left to go. Shots read 5-3 and 1-0 on our big board. Hops out of the official. As Wilkinson will get in a foot race with his man to chase it down. No icing on the play. Wilkinson gets there fast enough. Owen Wilkinson scans, finds Rysack. Rysack couldn't control. Rysack works to try to find Laughlin. Laughlin's got to chase down with Rysack. Rysack tells him to go to the other face-off circle. He's got this, and he does got it. Great poke check out of Connor Rysack. He is sure with his stick. Rysack centering ice pass intercepted. That was meant for Wilkinson, and we have a whistle here early on in the play. It's an offsides on the Quakers. A little too jumpy to get into the Millersville zone there. There's been no shortage of excitement as we reach the halfway point of our first period. The Marauders have that 1-0 lead. Millersville wins draw, but no one can quickly corral it, as is picked up by Michael Rockoff of Upenn. Rockoff regains his own rebound, works out, finds Toby Berner. Berner receives a big hit from a man in camo. The goal scorer, Zerko, wanted it. Ryder's got to chase it down. Call off the icing. Back, tries to find Zerko from his dangerous spot. Rysack right off the shin. That's going to hurt. But the Upenn man doesn't seem to be showing it, but he's going to be feeling that in the trainer's room. Another big hit out of John Waters. He's got to be careful with that. Again, you love the intensity he's playing with, but he did get tagged for a major penalty last night. Shot way up into the stratosphere above Gavin Rusnock, and no problem for tonight's goaltender. Taking a look at our upcoming schedule, next weekend it's another two-gamer as we host Seton Hall here at 10 p.m. That's going to be a rough bus ride for the Pirates back home. And then the last game before Thanksgiving, we will go to the Electric City to take on Scranton in a rematch of that overtime thriller. That game will kick off at 4. Thor Martin collects the face-off, works it out to a camo jersey, finds Stromberg in the middle. Stromberg hops over a stick, but Stromberg recollects his own rebound. Stromberg, quick shot off the stick of Neal, but collected by Morgan. Morgan behind the back pass to Stromberg. Picked off in the middle by Dennis Brown. Brown gains the red, works around Morgan. Poke check. Good defense there from the Marauders, but the Upenn quickly takes it again. Stromberg takes advantage of a momentary lapse by his man, but a poke check dispossesses Stromberg, picks his pocket there. Dunnigan's got a back check quickly. He gets back to it. It's Bugliosi and Dunnigan. Good. Check out of Dunnigan. Takes it off. He stick of number 91. Seems to be the catalyst of this Upenn defense. The Upenn offense. They got to keep an eye on him, and they're doing well so far tonight. Stromberg turned around a little. Comes off his helmet, it looks like. Puck deadens off the wall, and Tarazi will chase it down. 9:07 left. Shots read 6-3, and 1-0 in the score. Bugliosi by himself. Hounded by a trio of camo jerseys as Millersville takes possession. Upenn working it out. It's number 56, Winata. Winata receives a big hit from his man. Cross-ice feed finds Corelli. Corelli by the blue line. No one home. Average comes off Carey's stick, and Upenn has a breakaway attempt. It's Winata. Winata off his own rebound. Comes off Rysak. To be Rusnock. Couldn't collect the rebound off his pads. Bouncing puck. No one could quite find it. Turned away by Millersville. Another dangerous opportunity early on for Upenn that they could not convert on. Upenn sticking with it, however. 8:20 left to go in our first frame. Shot in quickly on Rusnock. Millersville collects possession afterwards, but quickly loses it to Upenn. Upenn in center ice finds Winata again. He's been putting his name in the game so far early on. Fanning attempt by Ben Bell there, but quickly gloved by Gavin Rusnock. 8 minutes flat left to go in our first frame. Upenn is inching close to the Marauders in the shot total, and they have. They've leveled it at 6, but again, the Marauders have converted one of their 6 shots. Upenn have not. Blocker side draw of Rusnock upcoming here, won by Millersville. Quick shot in by Upenn, gloved by Rusnock. That's great vision by the junior netminder of the Marauders, seeing through all those bodies right there and be able to pick the puck out perfectly. That's a tongue twister for you at home. This play lasts more than 1 second. Works out to number 19. That's Youngwoo Park. Park dispossessed. Sticking with it. Back to the middle. Comes off Lawland's stick. Lawland works out to Slaybaugh. Slaybaugh by himself. Slaybaugh going through the Upenn defense. Slaybaugh chasing it down. You know he's got speed to chase that puck down. He's showed it so far this season. Rysak is awaiting the rebound. He does. He crashes in on it. Tries to get it back to Slaybaugh. Rysak heads back to the blue line. And off the backtrack as Upenn takes possession away. Millersville rushes back. It's Wilkinson and Bieber. And Slaybaugh's on the side. Tries to quickly get it on the short side of Rusnock, but he shuts the door. It's Slaybaugh. Fancy stick move. Takes it himself. Off. Way far side of Reagan O'Neill. Commotion in front of net. Collected by Upenn, and they'll try to break out. Millersville off the back check. Attempted stick block there. Shot nearly hits Rusnock. The Marauders do not appreciate that. With all the family in there, you are not going to touch our tender. That shot was in from Christian Ford there. Was in Rusnock's crease and gave him a bit of a bump. The Marauders not friendly to that. Well, they're not friendly to much, but especially not that. Rusnock recollects himself. He's ready to go, and we are too, as Bugliosi will attempt a blocker side draw of the Marauders netminder as he's ready to go. Now maybe Bugliosi's a little too overeager to get in. Not kicked out of the faceoff circle, though. As the Marauders collect it, try to go center ice. Finds Morgan. Morgan takes a back hit from Mark Tarazi. He's right back on his skates, though. He's a tough fella. Thor Martin controls in his D zone. Martin. Good vision on the passer to Stromberg. I didn't even see that one, but Martin did. Morgan controls. Centering ice pass. Tries to find his man, but a little too high for his buddy. Upenn working out, trying to level the score. 6.5 minutes left. Wrister shot comes off Rusnock. I've never messed that up before today. Rysak is 3. Rusnock is 72. They're not even in the same position. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm sorry, folks. Bugliosi's shot turned away by the captain, Kai Dunnigan. Back to the middle. Tries to find Stromberg on the far side. Stromberg lets the pass off quickly between the net, between the sticks of our official here. Millersville hounding into the defensive zone. Poke check. Attempt by John Waters. Waters keeping his man pinned in his D zone. Works out to Dennis Brown. Brown dispossessed quickly by Waters as he tries to dump it around, but it goes straight up and into the nets. And the nets, oh man, the nets. I'm so glad these nets are here because if you're watching last night's stream at Newman, a puck came over those 4.5-foot glass and nearly caught your boy in the face, but my cat-like reflexes protected my chompers here. But yeah, that's a great feature of Lancaster Ice Rink. It feels so amazing to have these nets in front of me. 5:53 left to go in our first period. Upenn leads in the shots, but not in the goals. 7-9 for the Quakers. The goal scorer, Zerko, hounding his man. Gets him to put an ill-timed pass off where it's intercepted by Millersville. Bangs off the boards and picked up by number 18. That's Kevin Shen. Shen works to the middle and finds Winata. Winata by himself through the Millersville defense. Dangerous place to be. I would certainly not want to be taking those guys on. Controlled by Shen. Shen dumps it around, trying to find number 17, Noah Shore. Shore cannot corral it, though, as Millersville breaks out. It's Alan Ryder. Ryder, shot comes off. He is just peppering his man right there. Alan Ryder hit him twice, but he collects. That's number 18, Kevin Shen, receiving a whole lot of punishment out of Alan Ryder. Upenn man couldn't control it as Ryder will maintain. Works out to Zerko. Zerko behind the back pass to Ryder. In traffic, however, it's just picked off by Winata. Winata takes a big hit for his efforts. He's right back up, though. The Marauders being smart with their hits. They're not hitting him way behind play. The ref has nothing to call there. Alan Ryder. Do-si-do in between the defense. Comes off the blocker of Reagan O'Neill, but stays in play. Millersville collects. Works back to the middle. It's a blue line. Ben Bell's shot harmlessly over the head of Reagan O'Neill. It's Jonah Bird in the middle. He told me in the car right here he wants to get a goal today. Maybe he'll get it. He had a decent opportunity there, but a couple of Upenn sticks turned the freshman away. Off Corelli. Corelli tried to find, Carey there, but Carey nowhere to be found. Bird and Carey on the far side. Corelli's got to backtrack back to the middle. It's Upenn breaking through. Carey staying on his man, making sure he has no room to work. He's keeping him in a phone booth here to get the shots. Upenn, opportunity in front of Rusnock, turned away quickly by the good center ice defense of this Marauder squad. And we'll get a break as it's an icing call on Millersville. We'll be heading right back towards Rusnock there as he gets a quick drink. And we have 3:57 left to go in a stunningly exciting first period so far. Only one goal so far, but it has been nothing short of fantastic to start this game at LIR. Looks like Bugliosi's the face-off man for Upenn. He's ready to go and he wins it. Works it out to Dennis Brown. Brown dumps it around the end boards. Weak clearance attempt by Millersville, but they collect. Nearly fires into their bench, but rebounds back onto the ice. This is picked up by Jonah Bird. Bird works far side to Rysack. Rysack, the short defenseman that he is. Cross-ice feed picked off by Upenn. It's Dennis Brown again. Brown dumps it in, tries to find Charles Ross behind Rusnock's back, but Millersville says nay. They take it away. 3.5 minutes left to go in our first period. Marauders lead 1. Quick pass by Corelli, works around the boards, picked up by Ross. Ross works it again, finds Brown. Picked off by Millers in the faceoff circle. Works to Rysack. Rysack to the middle. Bouncing puck. Not fast enough. It was just a little bit more on it. Slay ball would have had an open net. Wilkinson chases it down. Wilkinson gets a deflection off his shins that kills a little more time. We're below 3 minutes left to go as Bugliosi has his center ice feed to his man in red. Lawlin's got to chase it down. Lawlin has Rysack on the far side. Just goes behind his back to Wilkinson. And Rysack takes it anyway. He's all over there in the back ice. Wes Bieber, outpaced by the pass, finds Rysack again. He's a Hoover vacuum on defense. Always seems like the puck is going his way. Another opportunity for Upenn. Slap shot. Rebound couldn't be collected by Rusnock as he goes to his stomach and makes the save. The Rusnock supporting section is loving it today as our goalie goes all out to make the save quickly on. 2:28 left to go in our first period. Shots read 8-10 in favor of the Quakers, but goals are 1-0 in favor of Millersville off the early goal by Andrew Zerko. It'll be a glove side draw of Rusnock upcoming. No clear winner, but Millersville controls the rebound. Tries to work center ice for Martin. Martin, 5 holes his man. Shot, bouncing puck, wide of O'Neill, but they crash in on him. No camo jerseys in center ice, though. Picked up by the captain, Dunnigan. Dunnigan works it out. Finds Stromberg. Stromberg in the middle. O'Connell nearly had an opportunity if he can get his stick down there, but Upenn collects. Rusnock. Goal appears to popped off. Rusnock puts it back, though. Stromberg, in some rare alone ice time, works it out. Stromberg takes a big slap from his man to the stick. Ref gets a good look on it. He sees something the fans don't, and play continues. Good poke check from Alan Ryder right there, as Ryder lays a big old hit on Tristan Wenata. He's been receiving a lot of punishment from this Marauder squad early on. Another big hit out of O'Connell. O'Connell, the 20s are ahead out so far from Millersville as he lays the big hit and also collects the rebound. 2:10 left. Our clock is still running. Probably shouldn't be. Might get some, maybe clock operator maybe helped us out a little bit. Took a little extra, I'd say 5 or 6 seconds off the clock. 2:04 is where it lands, though. As it'll be the Marauders anticipating a draw coming up here. As it'll be Mark Tarazzi heading to the sin bin for pretty much the rest of this first period. The Marauders a golden opportunity to double their lead early on. It'll be Carey on the draw for Millersville. Carey wins it, but Upenn collects. Works it down. The goal scorer, Zerko, looking for his second. Zerko has Bell on the far side. Leaves it for Dunnigan. Dunnigan back to Zerko. Zerko takes himself nearly. He's kicking himself for that one. Then Bell works to the face-off circle. Back to Bell. Has Dunnigan far side. Finds Dunnigan. Dunnigan tries to wrister it himself. Rebounds off O'Neill, and Upenn gets the clearance with a minute and a half left to go in the period and on the Tarazzi penalty. Millersville working it down. Comes off Zerko's skate. Carey tries to slap on it, but couldn't get it to stay with him as Dunnigan collects behind Rysack. Rusnock, oh my God. I got to get like one of those electric shot collars that stop me from saying that. Upenn collects, looking to kill a little time. That's number 18, Kevin Shen. Shen dumps it down. Minute 06 in the period. Actually, just a minute left on the penalty now, and now a minute left in the period. It's separated by about 4 seconds. Martin has another minute to get something going for Millersville. Stromberg is in the middle. They dump it around the end boards to him. Stromberg on his man, 18. That is Kevin Shen. Collected by Martin. Martin back to Stromberg. Stromberg can't keep it down. Both 18s are marking each other right now. Stromberg, dangerous in front of goal. Stromberg, can he poke it in? No, he's turned away by a host of red jerseys. There's about half a minute remaining in our first period. Mars quickly collect a clearance attempt. It's Johnny Morgan. Morgan's shot nearly goes in. But Reagan O'Neill just gets the minimum amount of save required to keep that out. Johnny Morgan robbed early on. Frantic pass by Aiden Stromberg. Carey calls for it. Martin calls for it. Martin works cross ice from the faceoff circle to Stromberg in the middle. Deflection attempt. No good. We'll be on 5-on-5 for the next 3 seconds. Marauders want the last word. They won't have it. Upenn collects, but it's been a successful first period for the Marauders. Both squads recorded 10 shots in our first frame. The Marauders have sunk one, though. If you're even thinking of going anywhere, I highly implore you to reconsider. We have about 15 minutes left to go for our second period. Don't you be going anywhere. We'll be back here from LIR soon.